And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review. Today I am reviewing Gingerdead Man 2 Passion of the Crust. Or is it the second one, the next one? The title of the movie varies based on where you look it up at. Google had a different answer than Tubi, which had a different answer than the second part of Tubi, which had a different answer to IMDb. So, no idea. I'm going to call it Passion of the Crust because that came up more often than the other ones, and it's a cool name. So, it's the next Gingerdead Man movie. If you're looking for any continuity between this movie and the first one, turn the video off now and go watch another one of my videos, because there is no continuity between any of these. Literally the only thing that is the same between the two movies is Gingerdead Man. That is it. So, get ready for that, because I got a lot of thoughts. Let's just jump right into it. I'm glad we upgraded to HD in 2008. Okay. And even the way the Gingerdead Man, comes back is really bizarre. And then they do the same thing in the third movie. He's dead. And then he just comes back. No explanation. But like I said, there's zero continuity here. There is no logical explanation as to why he would come back. But I guess that's on par with these movies, because there is zero logic put into anything with these movies. As far as the plot, characters, story, the thought to even make this movie is not a smart one. But they did it anyways. How did he come back? He was burnt alive after being eaten and then possessing somebody else. Then his possessed body was burnt alive. Whatever. There was the Herculator and the haunted dildo. Don't worry, those characters will come back later in the movie. The acting is still terrible. It is. The camera movements feel like it's a found footage movie. It doesn't look like it was true stationary shots. It's not good. It's not good at all. We'll get back to the other villain. Yes, there is a second villain other than Gingerdead Man in this movie. There's also a lot more booty and nudity-ish. Such as smacking butts with NASA plates. Sign me up. And there's now we're cooking. Before, letting him cook was a thing. But also, it's really funny because it's a cookie. I forgot. So there is a scene in this movie. So the Gingerdead Man, he gets this whole movie takes place on a fake movie set. And the snacks area is where we get introduced to Gingerdead Man. And he's in a box of other cookies. But he escapes when nobody's looking, and then starts doing his killing spree thing, whatever. Doesn't do a whole lot of killing actually in this movie, in comparison to the first movie. At least he still does a good amount of killing, but not as much as in the first movie. But as he's walking around, then they go back to that snack table, and the prop for the Gingerdead Man is still in the box. They didn't even bother to take the damn prop out of the box. If it's attached to the box, at least just take the box off. Close the box at least. So that opens up the whole thing that there are now 2 Gingerdead Mans. Maybe 3. Probably 2. How the fuck did nobody look and say, oh yeah, we should probably take the Gingerdead Man prop out of the scene because he's not supposed to be in this fucking scene? Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a random Oklahoma football cameo, which I thought was pretty funny. And then the making my loaf rise. What the fuck? And then it gets to a ton of other points. The pacing is a much worse in this movie. The length of the movie between the two is about the same. But this movie felt like it was a 3-hour long movie, while the first one felt like it was a 45-minute long film, even though they're both a little over an hour. It took 45 minutes, guys, over half this movie, for Gingerdead Man and our main characters to meet. For comparison, it took about 20 minutes before no, not even 20 minutes, like 15 minutes for Gingerdead Man and the main characters to meet in the first movie. The kills, though, are a lot. When there are kills, they are a lot more bloody, gory. They go all out for some of these kills. The vibrator kill was insane. The sex scene kill was one of the craziest kills I've ever seen in a movie. Haven't seen that many kills in a movie. I'm not a huge horror movie fan, but holy crap, that was an insane scene. And then there were actually, am I getting this right? No, there was one sex scene kill in this movie, but they bring that back in the third movie. Don't I won't forget. But the craziest kill is probably the ending, when the dildo thing and the other thing come together with the other characters from the beginning, those little like props that they made. They somehow come to life and crucify Gingerdead Man. What the fuck? Okay. I guess that's where Passion of the Crust comes from, huh? But Gingerdead Man's only half of the antagonist arc in this movie. There's also this kid that is pretending to be a Make-A-Wish kid. And I put quotes around pretending because it is obvious from the beginning that he's like it. He even says he's like 27. He looks like he's 30. He's not passing for any Make-A-Wish kid. But he does pass as a random ass villain that nobody asked for in a Gingerdead Man movie that just randomly takes over about halfway through. There's literally there's a really long sequence where Gingerdead Man isn't even there. He's not even doing anything. We don't see him, or if we do see him, he's just lollygagging around the set. He doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't do anything. He kind of just like falls off the map and then pops up at the very end to get crucified. It's so weird. Like we know, and it's obviously very, very apparent that he's, this whole thing is just stupid. You could tell the plot. The plot twist was weird. Like I didn't really get it a whole lot, and I don't know. And then like they were hyping up this like big thing where this guy and the Gingerdead Man were gonna like fight, maybe team up or something like that, and then it don't. It was a very anticlimactic part to that. And then Gingerdead man got crucified, so that was okay. But it was not what I expected. Oh, and then the other two main characters just make out. Okay. While a random other guy assassinates all of them. And then they make it a movie. Okay. Yeah, crazy ending. And an ending I quite don't forget. This movie is definitely worse than the first one, only because I don't know, they kind of focused, I think they focused too much on the other guy instead of Gingerdead Man, which I don't think was a very good way to go. Personally, I think you could have just been fine with having just Gingerdead Man as the villain, and you could have still done most of what you wanted to do. But also, nothing is supposed to make sense in these movies. If you couldn't tell, nothing makes sense in these movies. And they only crank that up farther in the third one. So we'll get to that in a minute, though. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it, though, for this video. I'm going to give this movie a 3.5 out of 10. It is not good. But again, if you're looking for something just to kill some time and maybe get a laugh or two, this is definitely for you. So, and again, Tubi's free. So there you go. That's going to do it, though, for this video. Stay tuned for much more amazing content. And until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.